All right, here we go. Start out warm-ups. Welcome everyone. Aging balance. I am Ron. Let's go. Like that. See that? Nice and easy. Other side. Push. Take the hand, rotate, drive it out. So you're going to take that back foot, rotate, pivot off that ball of the foot, reach the arm across. Other foot stays straight, hip stays straight. It's around and push off the back leg. You want to get movement through the hip joint, but you don't want to turn the hips in a way that's going to hurt the lower back. And out. Feel it stretch through the arm. Start rotating the shoulders. You want that thoracic spine, the middle of the back to spin, because you don't get any rotation through there unless you rotate it. When you stop, it stops doing that. And then when you want to, you can't anymore. Up overhead, reach across, push. Get the shoulders warmed up. Get the hands warmed up. Feel the stretch all the way down the arm. Shoulder to fingers to wrist. And out. Out, rotate the foot. Pivot off the ball of the foot. And push. And push. Nice and easy. Shoulder blades back. Shoulders. Shoulder. These are shoulders. Shoulders back. Not shoulder blades. I had that wrong. These are rolls. Shoulder rolls. That's what it says on my sheet. So that's what we got to do. Back and back. Go as big as is right for your shoulders. Let the shoulders tell you how big those circles are. And when they tell you to stop doing it, stop doing it. But stay right on the edge of that spot. Don't stop. Go right as far as you can. As you warm those shoulders up, they will give you just a little bit more and a little bit more. And the more you get each time, the more you will get each time. Check that out. As you do these longer, they get better. Back to a march. Out wide, like this. Feet out just a little bit. Pushing off on one, standing on the leg, holding, and to the other side. So it's a wide march, out, and then bring it in into a narrow march, and a wide march, and a narrow march. Feet out, 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 and then in. That's how we call that. That's how we cue it. Out, out, in. Out, out, in, and in. Couple more. Step out, step in. We're taking it easy here. It's Monday. We gotta start out nice and light. Nice and light. All right. Out to the side. Bring it in. Tap and in. We're gonna get a little more into this. So instead of just tapping the toe up, let's start here. Tapping the toe out, hips are right over the stationary leg. You're out front. Pick the foot up, tap it out, bring it back in. Off the heel, off the ball of the foot, tapping out on the toe, and back in again. Find your balance on that single leg. Feel the floor underneath the foot. Ball the foot to the heel, inside to outside, front to back. And back, and out, and in. Now, let's switch that up. Going to the outside, step a little wider, bring the body between the legs where your stability is, right in the middle of your base of support. Up and out, standing right here. Again, pick the foot up, lift it up, bring it in. Other side, up and out, up and in, back, out, back, in, out, standing right between, and in. One more time each side, out. So dynamic balance, finding the ability to pick the foot up, standing over that stationary leg. Leg goes out to the side, weight shift to the middle, and back in again. That's what we start out with this first, tapping the toe, getting a feel for over that stationary leg, because you still have that when you pick it up and move out and back in, you're over that stationary leg. All right, tap out to the outside, shift out, shift in, stay on the same side, up and out, up and in. Give yourself some momentum out, momentum in, momentum out, momentum in. Step out, step in, step out, step in. Other side, and back. Out and in, out and in. And now we're going to do the same thing, except 4 steps out to the side. So it's 1, 2. It's a weight shift, just like we just did. Again, this is getting us used to being able to walk sideways, which we need to be able to do because we need to be able to find our balance. if we do have to go sideways, if we do get pushed sideways, if something takes us off, if it's really windy like it is down here all the time in the spring. Back and back, back and back. Okay, we're going to come back to this. Right now, we're going to go forward and back. 2 steps up, 2 steps back. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Weight shift forward, weight shift back. Momentum forward, momentum back. Heel first, ball of the foot, stepping out, and bring the other one and back again. So nice slow movement, pick it up, step it forward, bring the other foot up, and they're side by side, and then step backwards like that. And up. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and back. Out and back. Taking your time, picking the heel up, exaggerating that motion, bringing that knee up just a little bit higher each time. And back, up, and back. 4 steps forward, pick it up this time. 1, this is hard. Take your time. 2, 3, and 4. These don't have to be huge steps. It's not wide steps. It's slow, picking the foot up. If you can't go backwards, don't go backwards. Grab onto a chair and move the legs like this, or just turn around and go forward. But try to get that sense of going backwards. Get the brain focused on what to do if you start to move backwards instead of just falling on the back of your head, which is what a lot of people like to do. Well, they don't like to do it, but it's where they end up. 3 and 4. One more time. Foot up, step it slowly out. I am going to stop looking at my feet because that is ridiculous. Look right out in front of you. Your stability comes in keeping your gaze up and in front and back. 2, 3, and 4. All right. All right. All right. Feet wide. Bring it up high and step it back down. Other side up. Knee across and back down. Up. Again, you need the back of the chair? Use it. Use it. Up and back. Up and back. Take your time, balancing on this single leg as you bring that other knee across. How high the knee comes up doesn't matter. It's just get the foot off the floor from a wide stance, push off. Momentum, weight shift would take you normally way off to the side, flying out or overcompensating the other way. You need to be able to stop yourself right here in the middle over that single leg before you bring yourself back again. And then you can set the foot down and up, up, and up. All right. So a little more fun, a little more fun. You may want to start out with the back of a chair here. Just get a feel for this. What we're going to do is you're going to go off to the side. I want you to lean out this time. Lean to the side and then come back in again. So grab onto the chair if you need it to start out with. Get a feel for that being out over center, past center, and having to bring yourself back using these core muscles to drive back, using the outside of that leg, pushing in. Other side, same thing. Out and in. Out. Bring yourself back in. Chair if you need it. Out and back. Get a sense of that feeling for being out past center and not freaking out, not getting nervous about it, and just continuing on that way or falling the opposite way. This is where we work on the heels. They have to be strong because the heel's going to go out. You want to bring it back in again. Out to the side and bring it in. Out and in. Leaning out and bring it back. Other side. And right there. And down. Right here. Right here is where you should feel that in the hips. All right. Next thing we're going to do is going to fast feet right here in the middle. So bringing the heels up, going into, when I say fast feet, it's a relative thing. It's not, you have to go super fast. It's a little bit faster for you, bringing the heels up, staying on the balls of the feet, getting them up off the floor just a little bit. Feel the muscles working, quadriceps. Yes, those muscles back there, calf muscles, lifting the heel up, keeping it up, up. And a couple more of those. Just a little bit. So it doesn't have to be super fast. It just has to be more than you're used to. Feel the muscles working. You're starting to get a little warmed up, starting to breathe a little heavier. All right. So we're going to go out, out, in, like we did before. Stepping out and stepping in. This is the last one. Then we'll take a break before we go on to the next ones. And in, out, and in. All right. On the in, fast feet. Now you've got this momentum going here. Stop it. Go to the outside, bring it in, and fast feet. Fast, 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 fast. Out, out, hold, and back in. Back to those fast feet. You don't have to go up very wide. It's shifting. You're going kind of front to back when you're doing this, and then it's stop sideways and bring it back in again. Being able to tell the brain, stop and back. If you start losing your balance, feet are together, you need to get them out wider so you've got a wider base of support. In and out, in and out. One last time. Bring it in right there. Step out, out. Bring it back in. Grab a drink of water. We're 15 minutes in. We got 30 to go, though. We got lots more we can do. And we will. We will do lots more. Why? Because we're having such a good time with balance. Balance is fun. So I say balance is fun. It is, but falling down is not fun. So it's kind of the opposite of that, you know? Falling down is not fun, so balance has to be fun, right? Isn't that how it goes? All right, just take it easy here for a little bit. March, 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 march. We're just going to take some nice, easy step forward, up, right here, to the side. So heart rate comes back down. Little hit action here. Interval training and back. Go the other way. Step out to the side. Go forward. So we went fast there at the end with those fast feet. Now we're slowing this thing down, letting the heart rate come down a little bit. Up, over, back, and across. The other way you can do this is hop. Always, when we do any of these movements, if you're more comfortable, if you feel safe doing that little bounce in there, do it. Do it, do it. Get some jump in there, but you don't have to. You can do that step sideways too. The important thing is picking the foot up, follow the foot to the heel, agility, and we'll get into more agility. Up, over, back, and across. All right. Check that out. We had a chance to let the heart rate come down a little bit. We're going to do a little bit more. This is brain stuff we got going on here now. So just work with me here. All right. Feet shoulder width or hip width apart, arms at the side. Nice and easy. Right arm up, right leg out. And bring it back in. Start slowing it down. Balance. Single leg. Take the weight out to the side. Find your balance here. Get in the center of the base of support. Push off. Leg in. Arm in. Other side out. It's dynamic balance, but it's slow dynamic balance. Up and out. So you have a tendency to overcompensate. As soon as I bring this arm up and it starts going out, my body wants to tilt the other way to counterbalance. I don't want that. I want to be right over that stationary leg as I step out. Up and in. All of my base, all of my stability is if I stay in the middle. If I start leaning out to the side, I'm in trouble. Then I've got weight shifting out in all different directions, and it's momentum with that shift out. And I need to be able to stop that. And bring it in. All right. What are we doing this time? Both arms out, both legs out. And it's in. Step up, step in, other side. Bring it in, hold, and back out again. In, right arm in, left arm in. Bring it all to the middle. And now step it back out again. Out and out. Back in. Other side. One more time. Bring it out, arm out, leg out, arm out, wide set, and down and back in. Opposite arm, opposite leg. This one I really like. I really like this one. Tap out. Opposite arm goes up. You got a diagonal going right here. Kind of. Bring the toe up off the floor. Balance on that single leg. And see if you can bring it back in. If this is not doable, don't pick the toe up off the floor. Hold onto the chair. Hover over the chair. And then pick that toe up. And then bring it back in again. Little by little, you're going to get more comfortable and you're going to get stronger and be able to do arm up, opposite leg out, out, and in. This is one of my favorite balance exercises, bringing that leg out to the side. Another way to do this that I found that is get started is bring the arm up first and then bring the leg out. That seems to be a little easier instead of trying to move both at the same time. Or leg out first, then the arm. Doing one at a time. Try them. Try the different ways. See what works for you. Out and in. Out and back in again. All right. So we've done the heel taps, knee taps, all of that. I want you to do it slowly. So we're going to take left or right leg up, left hand, tap across and bring it down, but do it slow. This is just moving side to side. This is balancing as you come across with that leg and back again. What this is for, if you start to go sideways, the leg wants to trip against the other one. We don't pick it up high enough. We don't get away from the body. Practice getting it up and away from that other leg and back down again. Up and back down. Up. Again, need the chair? Use it. Use the chair as much as you need it. And back. Up and back. Taking your time. Balancing on that single leg as you bring that other one up. Your hand may not touch the heel. That is absolutely fine. Bring that foot up, cross over, rotate the shoulders, and bring it back down. That may be all you got. That's fine. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Important thing is that leg across. Get it up and over that other foot and back down again. That's the key right there. And back, cross, and back. So this is the move that I hear from a lot of people. I just got my feet tangled up in each other. I don't know what happened. I didn't really fall. You did really fall because you weren't able to pick the foot up and step over. As we get weaker, we make excuses for if we do have a fall. Oh, I tripped on something. That's because you couldn't get the leg up high enough. We have to take responsibility for that. We have to fix it. Okay, backwards, same thing. Up and across and down, same thing. If you start to go sideways, but you're going around with the foot behind you, you need to be able to find that balance. Up and bring it back to center as much as you can. So taking your time. Hips are straight. If you start rotating the hips with it, you're going to get way off balance. Hips need to stay as straight as you can get them. You need to be strong so that they automatically go there. Outside of the hips are strong. You're pointed forward. You're good. You're going to come right back down center, and you're going to be stable. Wrong hand, wrong foot. And back, cross, and back. And here's the ever famous front to back. Up in the front, other side, and then back. World famous. Up, up, back, and back. One more time. Across the front and across the back. All right, here we go. We're going to make this just a little more fun. Skaters, back, hold, push through the front leg, push off that back toe, lift, bring that foot around. Other side, same thing. Here again, if you get bumped and you do start to rotate, hold yourself in place, push yourself back, get in the center as quick as you can. But you can't do that. Your brain, you don't work fast enough to be able to tell the brain to do that. Brain's got to know to do it automatically. So you're teaching it right here. Stepping back, whoa, push back to center and in the middle. Out. If you don't do this, if you don't train this, if you don't teach the brain to do this, it's not going to know what to do. And it's just going to flail. The minute you start rotating and going backwards, you're going to start flailing and you're going to be in trouble. So you need to be right here over center again, back and up, and it needs to happen automatically. Brain handles balance, you don't. And up, back, and up. This time out over the side, and then as you come up, bring it around and tap. Reversing that skater, up, tap, and back down. Or just back, up and forward, and down. So take your time with the small moves. Small moves. It doesn't have to be a big move. It's around the back, coming up, being able to pick that foot up and come back over. Again, if you lose your footing, you've got to be able to move in all directions. Up, around, whoa, like that wouldn't have worked. Out to the side and back, or out, tap it up and to the side, out. What you're doing is you're working that foot up, around and in, crossing that other leg and coming back. You're not going to, if you start to fall, you're not going to just tap the heel. No, but what you are going to do is you may need to go like this to catch yourself and push yourself back up again. You've got that ability when you do these. And out, back, around, into the middle. Last one. Here, and back down. We're going to do agility. We are going to do agility. Grab a drink of water. I love agility exercises. These are basically the same as if you were training in football. So if you're going to be a football player, if you're thinking of being a football player, you'll need these moves. Side to side movement is agility. Side to side movement is being able to quickly be able to shift your weight. Feet go with you. You don't trip on them. And all is well. You'll be safe. First thing we're going to do, though, forward. Run it up. Run it back. When I say run, it's a relative term. You do you for running. It doesn't have to be super fast. Just go a little more than you normally do. And the most important thing is follow the foot. Bring it up. Bring those heels up. Get used to moving those feet, getting them up off the floor. Back, up, back, and up, and back. So the next thing we do with that one is the little hop. So we quit hopping. As we get older, we stop hopping and skipping. We want to put that foot out there and push off and come up. Same going backwards. If you need to get over something, if you're walking and it's like, whoa, there's a log there, or there's an acorn there, and back. Or there's a car there that you have to jump over, back. So start out with just this step up, step back, wide step up, picking the foot up, follow the foot. Then little by little, start pushing off with that back foot. Same here. Lift the back, lift one leg, and then push off with the other one. Forward, small moves, small moves. Just get used to that hop of pushing off the ball of the foot and back, up and back, up and back. That's fun, isn't it? So what you're looking for is eventually this, where you go forward and back, because that's what we stop doing. We stop jumping. We stop hip hopping like that. Ankles, you will feel this. First time you do those pops, those jumps like that, you're going to feel it in your ankles. They're doing a lot of work there, and that's not something they're used to. All right, here we go. Next. Side shuffles. Start out just walking across, just like that, and back again. You are concentrating on picking the foot up. Heel comes up first, ball of the foot, stepping out to the side, pushing off, bringing the other foot in, and speeding that up just a little bit, but making sure that those feet come up, taking as big or as little as steps as you can, or as you need to. Over, you can get a little more with them, and back. Just getting a good feel for that side-to-side movement, that agility of being able to pick the foot up and move sideways if you need to. So again, in your pickleball tournaments that you're in, you're going to need that lateral movement and rotation. and back. Backhand. All right. Those are good to have. And again, eventually what you're looking for is fast, those fast feet back and forth, heels up on the balls of the feet, side to side. Whew, like that. All right. So another thing we can do is that sprint forward like we did before, forward and back, up, rotate, and back. Turn, balls of the feet, around, and back. Again, your speed, your pace. Most important thing, get the heels up. Get the heels up off, work off the balls of the feet. Over, turn, and back. Turn it. In one way. Here is the hard part. And what causes problems for a lot of people is you get to one side. When they rotate, the brain's not used to turning like that. The visual throws your orientation off. And when you get that, you start to get dizzy. So you want to take your time with that rotation. And little by little, you'll get a little faster and a little faster and a little faster, a little more bounce, a little more buoyant. And back. And like that. And like that. Just like that. Take a break for a second here. Just do the side to side steps. And back. I want you to keep moving. I want to keep working on this agility, but let the heart rate come down a little bit. Those are pretty explosive movements we just did. The other thing, if you want now, your legs are getting tired, so be careful with this one. Picking the foot up and over. As the legs get tired, you're not going to be able to pick them up as high. You're not going to realize it. Over. I don't know if you've been go out walking for a while and you notice at the end you're starting to drag your feet, scuff the bottoms, you trip a little bit more often. You want to be conscious of that as you're doing any exercise. The muscles will start to fatigue. As they do, they're not going to give you as much. It's not going to be as easy. So you want to accommodate. You want to change your workout up so that it is a little easier, so that you don't put yourself at risk. And across and back. All right. So here's what we do. That side to side shuffle we did before, cross. This time, down, up, and back. Full stop, feet wide, tons of stability right here. Coming down, back up, and now getting that agility move, that side to side shuffle. Down, full stop, movement, dead stop, keeping the feet apart so that you have wide stability. The wider your base, the better you are. Down and up and back and tap. So this is, again, you want to end that run, come down in a squat, bring it back up. But take your time with it. Pick it up, full stop, down in a squat, bring it back. Little by little, a little faster. Down and back, over and back. All right. That was a lot. And the other thing you can do is you start putting these things together. So we do sideways, side to side, turn, and run. Back to the middle, sideways, shuffle, rotate, and back. Again, out to the side, facing forward, feet move laterally, rotate the torso, get yourself pointed in the direction. And now, when you do start to get out of balance, you're used to going in all sorts of different directions. It's not new to you. It's something you know what to do with. Over, turn it, and back, back, across, turn, and like that we go. With any of these, do that. Take your time. If you need to walk, if you need to step, 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 turn, and walk. If that's challenging for you, just do that. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do the running. You don't need to do all the heavy, fast stuff, the aerobic stuff. Just do your normal stuff, walking, and then do that turn, because it's the movements as much as anything else that matter there. All right. All right, we're going to slow that all down. Yeah, we're done with that hard stuff. We're going to just take and do those squares we did before, but this time forward, to the side, 4 steps, back, and over. Okay, now we're going to turn to the outside, face the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn out, pointing to the outside again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. One more time. Starting pointing out to the end or to the outside. 4 steps sideways. 2, 3, 4. Rotate. If you can, on that fourth, 1, 2, 3, rotate, pivot off that leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get that feel for being able to pivot off that foot, getting that agility. Really important. Really, really important. Otherwise, we have the tendency to just kind of keep the foot flat on the floor and we fall around the ground. All right. So the other way we can do this is point it in the whole way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn inside. Rotate. Shorter turning here than when you go to the outside. When you're turning to the inside like this, get a little dizzier. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, turn. Again, take your time at your pace, at your ability. Not what I'm doing, just that is the pattern you're looking for. All right, my favorites. We're going to do diagonals. I love diagonals. So starting out this corner, going to that corner. 1, toe stays forward. Pick it up, move it diagonally. Pick the other leg up, bring it in next to it. 3, stepping out and match it. All right, straight back, 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to go to diagonal back to the other corner. This is a tougher one. This is one that you really don't do that often, and that is stepping at a diagonal. You may need to. You want to make sure that the brain knows what it's supposed to do when that happens. Step and in, take it back. 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, and 4. Back, 2, 3, 4, 45 degrees. Up and out. Diagonal step. Bring the other foot in and around. Up, take your time. Step diagonally. Other foot up and in. A little harder. If you're up for this, is going backwards with that diagonal. Step back. 2, 3, and 4. Take it over to the other side. And up. Oh, we're going forward this time. I did that wrong. Let's try that again. Over to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we go. Back at a diagonal. 1, 2. We got it. I got it. Forward, forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now back at a diagonal the other direction. 2, 3, and 4. Again, take your time. It's really, really, really about picking the foot up, stepping it back at a diagonal, ball of the foot heel, pushing off, weight shift back to that leg. You're always putting yourself over the stationary leg. That's your base of support. That's where you want to be as you pick those legs up. As you pick one leg up, you want that weight to shift over the stationary leg. You always want that. Core muscles, quadriceps, abductor muscles on the outside of the thigh or on the outside of the hips, all work into that. Hold you there. Ankles, big time. And one more time. Up, step back. 2, 3, and 4. These are fun to do anytime. And I mean fun. I do. At any time. I mean, you can practice these all the time. They're super good for that. All right, we're going to do just lunges. So clock lunges, forward, left leg goes forward, bring it back in. Out, that 45-degree angle, we're going to do that again. Out, shift, bend in the knees, push off that foot, other foot's doing the work to hold you up. Out to the side and in, back 5 o'clock, Foot stays forward as you do this. Feet are pointed forward. Everything's in alignment. Your safest position, your most stable position. And in, and then straight back and up. Other foot going to the other side, starting with that back and up. Cross at a diagonal, toe forward, step out, step back, straight out to the side. Hold and push back, up, up, 10 o'clock. Bring it back. And right up front to 12. And back in. We got one more. And this is the fun one. You may want to hold on to the side of the chair for this one. This is fun. One leg all the way around. So starting out with that 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, like we did before, straight out front with the right leg and back in, out to the side and bringing it out diagonally, now out to the side and bring it back. Taking your time, don't have to be big moves. Step back, both feet are forward and in, and then straight back. Staying with the same leg, we're going to pick it up and do what we did before. We're going to bring it around. Hips stay forward, up and back in. Out to the side means up and over the top. All it's doing is bringing everything we've done already into play into one move. This leg up, add a diagonal across, bring it back and straight up and back. Other leg, last ones we're going to do, same thing. We're going to go around the opposite direction. So starting out front and back, diagonal, same side forward, out and in, taking our time, out to the side, small moves, and back into the middle. Take your time on that center leg, going back, 7 o'clock, bring it in, and then right straight back. Now we get into the fun stuff. Picking up that same leg, roll it around, going back to the diagonal behind you on the opposite side, and back up. Out to the side, pick it up, tap, and bring it in. That way, forward and across, and back, and then right straight forward. We did it. We did it. Ricola. Grab a chair. Grab your chair. Sit down. Sit down, down. Sit down now. Grab a drink of water. Breathe. So that was one of the more intermediate to advanced dynamic balance classes, moving a lot of weight shifting, a lot of single leg, trying to get started on that hop, getting up on the balls of the feet, being able to bounce. Skipping is so good for you. Do it. Do it. Skip down the road. Everybody will think you're crazy. No, they'll think you're enjoying life. And you are. And you are because you're in good shape. All right. You ready? First thing, right leg out, left ankle on the right shin. And walk it up. Looking for that stretch on the outside of the hip because we did a whole lot of lateral movement, tons. So you feel a little stretch on the inner thigh, but you're also going to feel just a little bit of stretch on the outside of the hip. You want it going from the butt down the side of the hip. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Don't lean into this and turn. It takes away all the stretch. Drop that foot back down. You only bring it up, other foot, as high as you can, which may be halfway up the shin. That's fine. No problem. You may be able to get it up on top of the knee, on the thigh, shoulder blades back, and walk that foot in. Whatever you're at, wherever you're at, that's where you are. And drop it back down again, feet apart. Hands on the thighs, doing push-ups, straight back, straight down, straight back. The back is straight. Straight line from the back of the head to the tailbone. You know what I'm trying to say. Stretch on the inner thighs here. Excuse me. And push through the hands. Push through the hands to come back up. Drop the hands down to the middle and just roll the shoulders to the floor. Stretch out that back. Ah, that feels good. Remember, you're not letting the head drop to the chin, drop to the chest. You're looking right straight down at the floor. Bring the hands up and push up. Or you can always do this, roll the shoulder blades back and come up that way. Just don't do this where you just roll the head up and then come up that way. That is all lower back getting hit there. Not good. That is not what you're looking for at all. Rotation. Left hand outside the right leg, right arm on the back of the chair, shoulder blades back, chest out. Rotate that back shoulder as far as you can. Feel the stretch all the way up the spine. And relax. We're going to the other side because we can. Right hand outside left leg. Left arm back and rotate that back shoulder. And back to center. You don't have to do a full corkscrew on those. That's not what you're looking for. All right, fingers intertwined, palms of the ceiling. Roll it up. All you're looking for is a stretch of the muscles. Deep breath in and exhale, bringing the arms down underneath the thighs. Bring them up overhead. Deep breath in through the nose. Stomach out. Force it out. Get those lungs to open up. Exhale right straight out. And down. One more time. Up overhead. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is out. Deep breath in through the nose. Stomach out. And arms down. We are done for the day. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for doing the agility exercises. They're a little harder, but they're really, really, really important and good. So thank you. See you on Wednesday.